What's going on, everybody? It's Salem coming at you with a brand new video, and today we got the mid-season patch for January 8th, 2026, or Season 20. And this is a patch I've been excited for because there's a couple of things that I do want tweaked in the game, but otherwise I'm pretty content with how the game feels right now. Some of the things that I'm looking for in terms of like the actual patches and stuff is fixing the bug with Juno and Vendetta, and also I think it's D.Va and Vendetta, but it's mostly Juno, where you can get clipped into the ground or you get sent like absolutely flying. The overhead just has so many bugs with it. I'd also like to see a little bit of Vendetta tuning, some Bastion, maybe a little Sigma, but I think Sigma's probably fine, I don't know. And low-key, I wouldn't even be mad about like an Ashe hit. I think the big thing is that like dive feels kind of bad right now, and so a lot of characters that are usually oppressed by dive just feel really annoying. So yeah, and then the biggest thing is that I don't want Juno hit too hard. If they hit her, like, I mean, hitting orbital raise charge time again probably would be fine. I think she's untouched though. I think Juno updates would have given me a notification or something. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into these patch notes I wanted to discuss. So it is a full rebase, which means they're basically resending out all of the files. So they're like deleting all the old unused ones and then like refreshing it essentially so it saves space so they don't just keep adding and adding and adding and adding. Also, Showdown Shuffle is back. I think this is the one from, was it the anniversary event? I think it was like represented by Somber or something, kind of like the Quickplay hack, which trust me, we'll get into that too. But it has like the random things at the start of each round or whatever. It have like a new thing. Oh, here's a smaller. I do remember this. It was okay. It was really funny being an invisible tracer. I did that a lot. But other than that, I mean, not something I was super interested in. If you want, you can always pause and then take a look at all of the different things, because I think they added definitely a handful. But yeah, Quickplay Hacked Assault returns. So yeah, 2CP is back for a whole weekend, this whole weekend. Oh boy, this is going to be super fun. All those people that are like, oh, I miss this map so much, are gonna either fall blindly for their nostalgia or eventually realize, oh well, 2CP absolutely sucks. I think there's a few ways that the new heroes have kind of fixed it. Like, I think characters like Juno are at least a little bit, like, using Hyper Ring and stuff, it makes it a little easier to get through these chokes, but it's just really not fun having maps that are just one big choke point and then another big choke point with, like, very few, I can't think of the word, it's not moderation, but it's, or like, just a few differences or something like that. Like it's just the one big choke point on the first point, and then there's like maybe one flank angle on the second point. Like the maps are just terrible, in my opinion. So, I probably won't be participating in this, maybe just for like shits and giggles if my friend wants to. Otherwise, definitely not for me. And then Junkrat's Loot Hunt is back, giving you the extra loot boxes, which I will try to participate in. I love me some loot boxes. Now moving on to the part we actually were waiting for, and that is going to be the actual buffs and nerfs. So starting off with Doomfist. So I'm expecting a little bit of a Doom buff just to like promote the Mythic a little bit. Typically, characters are buffed a little bit when their Mythic comes out. Like, let's be real. I know. Okay, well, Junkrat was a little bit after, I think, but Widowmaker, for example, got like a bunch of buffs during the season that her Mythic came out and stuff like that. I think the only exception is Juno. She might have gotten nerfed during her season, which is hilarious. So yeah, I can see Doom getting a little bit of a buff here. Let's go ahead and check it out. Empowered Punch can be held indefinitely, creating situations with limited counterplay. Adding a duration sets clear expectations while maintaining its intended impact. The Power Matrix adjustment aligns its effective area more closely with Doomfist's model for gameplay clarity. Empowered Punch now deteriorates after 20 seconds. Projectile absorption area scaled down to more closely match the size of Doomfist. Really? So he got nerfed. That's actually kind of interesting. This isn't so much like a giga nerf as it is like a, I don't want to say quality of life, but more like a health kind of thing. Kind of like how Spylo was talking about, like with Juno's crit thing. It's like, there's just kind of like a health change. I feel like this is fine, but it is interesting that they are going to technically nerf Doom, which is, huh. And I think 20 seconds, I mean, like, that's a long amount of time anyway. I don't think this is that big of a thing. Like, unless you're holding it between fights, which is probably what this is intended for. I guess I'm kind of indifferent to this change. Moving on, we have D.Va. Expecting some D.Va nerfs here. D.Va's been getting complained about a lot lately. Even I was able to hop on D.Va, this support main chud, for the first time in a long time since I played D.Va, probably the start of Overwatch 2. And I actually did, like, insanely well. She's, not particularly difficult. See, I don't know how they'll probably nerf her. They might adjust the, like, spread on the reduced spread perk or something like that. But let's go ahead and see. Developer comment, extended boosters successfully encouraged more aggressive booster usage, but the damage bonus was too high for a minor perk. Reducing the value maintains its purpose while lowering overall lethality. Extended boosters perk, additional booster damage reduced from 100 to 40%. Okay, that's not honestly what I thought they would hit, but I guess this kind of reduces her lethality a little bit, especially because, I mean, this combined with the reduced spread thing, you kind of just blow people up. So this definitely does help. I don't know, I was a bit more of the recall Randy myself, so I didn't use extended boosters all the time when I did mess around with D.Va a little bit, but this definitely was a very strong perk. Next up, we have Roadhog. Interested to see what they're going to do with Roadhog, because he didn't get, like, nerfed since his, like, raid boss status, like, last season, I think it was, at the start of last season when they, like, redid his rework and then gave him like 2 hotfix buffs or something like that. So I'm interested to see if they'll nerf him or just change something. While Whole Hog's knockback can make confirming eliminations difficult, this small damage increase improves its reliability, especially in open spaces. Didn't they do this before? Like, around Season 10-ish? Damage per pellet increased from 6 to 7. Did they not do this before? I swear it increased from like 5 to 6, now it's 6 to 7. So yeah, I guess a Roadhog buff. This is going to make corner stacking with Hog really, really good. Moving on to DPS, and I see Ashe. That makes me kind of excited. Hopefully it's at least some kind of tweak, because it feels like Ashe has been honestly dominating more lobbies than any of the other characters this season that I've been in, which is kind of insane given the state of some characters. Also, no Zarya changes again is hilarious, but Zarya is typically only good when she has good things to play with her, such as Reaper and then currently Vendetta, so I don't know. Ashe. The increased fall-off range helped reinforce Ashe's role as a long-range hit scan, but has made her damage output too consistent at far distances. Partially reverting this change reins in her long-range pressure while preserving this identity. Viper Sting perk, ammo gained reduced from 2 to 1. Secondary fire fall off reduced from 40 to 60 to 35 to 55. This is fine. I think this is fine. Viper Sting, I don't think the ammo change was like the thing that was needed. It probably needed to go from like 25 damage to 20 or something like that. This perk was absolutely ridiculous. I hopped into a lobby as Ashe and I was kind of getting rolled by this Roadhog and I was like, wait a minute. I can just shoot the Roadhog. I have Viper Sting, and he just kept getting DPS passive, and he died as long as literally anyone else was shooting at him, and I was like, that's unfortunate, buddy. Yeah, I think this is fine. Honestly, I think this is fine. It doesn't affect, or it doesn't stop the issue of, like, hit scans with a Mercy Pocket or whatever, being frustrating to play into behind a wall or something, but I mean, this is fine. Moving on to Bastion. I don't know if they're gonna do a full, like, revert of his primary fire, or maybe they'll increase, like, the cost of his ult or something like that, but Bastion has been, like, really, really good lately. Even in, like, a very high rank. Recent fire rate improvements enhance the feel of Bastion's primary fire, but also increases damage output more than desired. Reducing damage slightly offsets this while keeping the improved weapon flow intact, sorry. Damage reduced from 25 to 23, that's fine. I think that's fine. You could just do way too much, like, overtime damage. If you literally were only beat out by Soldier, you did more overtime damage than literally any other, consistent flow, DPS. So, this is honestly a really good change, I think. I think Bastion's still probably going to be, like, okay, because like the rapid fire is just really good, because you can just pressure things like tanks and stuff super easily. But I think this is a healthy change. I don't think Bastion should ever be a top performing DPS. Next up, we have Freja. I'm definitely going to see some Freja buffs here, I'm assuming, because Freja has been absolutely terrible since the last patch. I think she has, like, the lowest win rate, I think, of any hero, period. Maybe not even just DPS. I think just any hero, which is crazy. She's been doing so bad. The primary fire adjustments improve Freya's baseline weapon consistency and reduce her reliance on empowered bolts. Increasing take aim's damage restores an important breakpoint against 225 health targets while keeping its overall impact in check. Maximum spread reduced from 2 to 1.5 degrees. Spread now ramps up more slowly and fans out horizontally. Impact damage increased from 30 to 35. Does this make her able to keep the one-shot again? Because, I don't know, it's weird, because I don't like a bunch of burst in the game, because the whole point of the Season 9 changes were to reduce the amount of burst, but Freya's introduction, and then, like, other characters like even Wuyong have just kind of made the burst damage kind of ridiculous. Like, I understand that, like, it made her a lot less consistent with the nerf, but I think they definitely could have just tweaked Updraft and, like, maybe put her to 250 HP, just to make her more survivable. so that she can, like, do the things she wants to do more consistently as opposed to the actual damage itself. This is probably fine. I don't know if this gives her the one-shot back, though, because I don't remember her other numbers. Genji. Probably a Genji buff. Genji's been doing, like, kind of bad, I think. D.Va in general has been doing really bad. Genji's ammo allows more consistent pressure in fights and secures kills without needing to reload as often. Ammo increased from 24 to 30. Is this actually more than he had before? Wasn't it, like, 27 down to 24? Now it's 24 up to 30? Okay. That makes sense, too, because you can do, like, a lot more chip damage with this, because you don't want to go in as often, or you can't go in as often because Deflect has a really long cooldown now, so this is fine. Next up, we have Symmetra. Symmetra, I don't know how she's been performing in Ranked. I know she's, like, ridiculous in OWCS. I think in Ranked she's been doing a lot better, too, so I could see maybe a Teleporter HP nerf again back to down where it was, or something like that. Surely they don't touch, like, her turrets or something random like that. Reducing the secondary fire projectile size increases the precision required to use it effectively, lowering teleporter durability, provides clear counterplay, and encourages more deliberate placement. Primary fire size reduced, or secondary fire technically, from 0.5 to 0.4 meters. Base shield health reduced from 250 to 200. Okay, so they did nerf the teleporter HP, but they also made it harder to hit secondary fires. I think this probably would have been fine the way it was before, but there's a big hit to Symmetra. I wonder how well she'll do in OWCS, actually, because of that. Moving on to Vendetta, this is the one I wanted to see. Vendetta has been really overtuned, but the biggest thing I want to see is that fixing her bugs with flying characters, and then I think her overhead, like, too much power is just in her overhead. Like, it's ridiculous. While recent changes improved ability flow, Vendetta's overall lethality has remained too high. These adjustments reduce key breakpoints and alter the combinations required to secure eliminations. Projected Edge, which is her Fire Strike, I believe, damage reduced from 80 to 70. Soaring Slice now starts on a cooldown when respawning, does not apply when resurrected or in a death match. So this is the E ability, I believe, that sends her into the air. So it's kind of like Ball, I think, which is funny. Whirlwind Dash damage reduced from 80 to 70, and Raging Storm perk damage reduced from 40 to 35 per spin. I mean, I guess, but a lot of the time you're not getting most of your damage in from the abilities. It's more so you're just straight up, like, jumping on people. I mean, I guess this does help, though. This does help a lot. But I hope in, like, the bug fix section they fix the bugs, though. Venture. We see Venture buffs or nerfs? Maybe even, like, maybe nerfs. Because Venture is basically, like, the same coin as Vendetta. It's a hero that typically gets a lot of trades, while simultaneously just having a lot of lethality, and it makes the counterplay against these characters, like, really not great, or at least not fun. Drill Dash could feel too reliable when used in close proximity. Reducing the radius requires slightly more control and better aligns the ability's impact with its visual size. Radius reduced from 2.4 to 2 meters. This is fine. Yeah, sometimes I feel like you're getting hooked on, like, the space around the drill. This just requires you to actually be more precise to use Venture, but it still, like keeps the same lethality. I think that's fine. So that's it for the DPS. Moving on to support. Illari. Maybe buffs. Maybe buffs? The thing is, Illari actually has, like, a really solid win rate. Her pick rate is just abysmal because she's, like, one of the most forgotten characters in the game. So I'm actually curious. I know in the last update she got the size of her captive sun radius, like shortened so that it couldn't be eaten as much. So yeah, I don't know. Illari offers less utility than other offensively oriented supports, so increasing her damage raises her impact and improves her effectiveness when she's positioned well in landing shots. Solar Rifle, maximum damage increased from 70 to 75, minimum damage increased from 20 to 25. Oh, wow. So instead of giving her some kind of utility or something, like how everyone's always, like, said about Moira, right? They just straight up buffed her lethality. This is interesting. So just taking it off angle and playing as normal as Illari just gives you a lot more benefit. See, the problem is that this does not make me want to play Illari, solely because it means you have to land your shots, and for some reason I cannot aim Illari's gun for the life of me. But that's awesome, though. That's really awesome. Next up is Lucio, maybe reverting the damage nerf? Soundwave can be disruptive on short cooldown. Increasing its cooldown reduces how frequently it can be used, and slightly it lowers Lucio's overall pressure. Cooldown increase from 4 to 5 seconds? That's a really big Lucio nerf, is it not? This is like his easiest way of outputting damage while also giving him like his lethality and his short angle control. I mean, they didn't buff Brig or anything this patch, but she did get buffed in a few other patches. We might see... I mean, if Juno doesn't get touched here, which actually, Juno would have been before. So Juno is untouched, yeah. We might see like a Juno Brig meta, like, again. Because Zarya's untouched. D.Va's nerfed. Hit scans are nerfed, except for Freya. I mean... Oh, Moira, whatever. Wow, okay, that's a big hit to Lucio. Moira, this change increases Coalescence generation to better align its impact with other support ultimates. Ultimate cost reduced by 7%. Moira buff, that means we're going to see more Moira, even though I was already seeing a lot of Moira in my lobbies. Unfortunate, but, you know, honestly, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, even though most Moiras do not use Coalescence as they probably should. Next up is Zenyatta. I can see a Zen buff here because Zen has just been, like, really fallen off. Like, Wu Yang's introduction, he's just been significantly better than Zen. He has the lethality of Zen without actually needing to, like, aim the shots. I mean, you have to, like, line it up with the... like the movement, but it's a lot easier to hit the shots, and you get so much more burst damage out of it, and you have a lot more utility. So I'm thinking Zen's gonna get buffed here. I could see like the 275 HP, but Zenyatta's limited survivability and defensive options can limit his overall impact. Increasing Discord Orb's amplification improves his contribution while he's able to position safely and keep the Discord Orb active. Damage amp increased from 25 to 30. Come on. I think out of all the changes you could have made to Zen, this was probably one of the worst, because this is going to make him still feel incredibly infuriating to go against, especially as a tank player, while still keeping him only really viable on the maps that he's viable on, and just making him stronger at that niche. Like, that's like increasing Sigma's, like, fucking range like, on his weapon, or something like that. Like, come on. Yeah, I think this is not it. I think this is not it. It is a Zen buff, but only when he's already in a good position. Like, they should have just increased his survivability by giving him, like, the extra 25 HP or something. Yeah, that's it for the actual patch changes. On to bug fixes. Anything, Vendetta, please? Issue reduces persistent fusion. Cassidy can no longer ping enemies through walls during dead and aim assist. Moves by to grasp. A temporary store overhead slash. Oh, yeah, so you can't, like, hold on to your overhead. Resilience predictable, not activate. Leon, Mercy, Sigma. Come on. Come on. They didn't fix the bug with Juno? Oh my god, that sucks. That really sucks. Oh well, still gonna get jumped by Vendettas, probably. That's gonna suck. Stadium bug fixes. No stadium, like, patch, actually. Wow. No stadium changes. That's interesting. Well, yeah, alright then. That means that is it for the mid-season patch for Season 20. What do I think about it? I think most of these changes are fine. Some of them are interesting, like Roadhog getting another buff is interesting. Doom getting nerfed during his Mythic season is kind of funny. Ashe nerf probably isn't exactly what needed to be addressed for Viper's Sting, but the fall-off one's fine. Bastion nerf is perfect. Freya's, like I said, I don't know her exact numbers, but this will probably help her a lot. Genji's is fine. Symmetra's is good. Vendetta's is fine, even though it wasn't what I would have liked to see addressed, but I mean, it's better than nothing. Venture's is perfectly fine. Illari's is definitely interesting. Lucio getting nerfed is kind of crazy, especially on Boop of all things, but I mean, then again, his Boop perk is ridiculous. Moira buffs, whatever. I definitely disagree with the Zenyatta buff, though. I think this is the wrong thing to buff, and it's just going to make him significantly more frustrating to play into when you do play into him. I'm just glad Juno didn't get touched. Smile. With that being said, that's going to do it for the video. If you liked it, please leave a like, as well as put this video and the channel into the YouTube recommended. And if you like this content, or like it, like more Overwatch content, I make as much as I can, at least, with what I can do in my Diamond lobbies. Then be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because support the channel more than anything else, and it's absolutely free. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Salem, signing off.